All right, we're live. But here we are, and I figure why not do this topic tonight of let's stop milking franchises, and as well, answering questions in between. For people who want to ask questions, but also doing this topic of let's stop milking franchises. Throwing franchises under the bus. Whether it be Star Wars, Terminator, Star Trek, Fast and Furious, what have you, Predator, Alien. But DJ's in the house, doing good. DJ just got home from work a while ago, and um, but yeah, I was planning to do this Monday night, but I didn't get enough sleep, and I wanted to wait, till tonight to do this. So yeah, it's been a rough week as far as kind of getting my sleep down. Now that I'm working during the day, but here we are. So, like I said, I wanted to do this topic of let's stop milking franchises, but for those who want to ask questions too, that's fine. The Masked Singer, yeah, definitely Saw. No more Saw films, please. No more. Let's get my drink here. Yeah, no more Saw films, please, for the love of God. I mean, I know we had that Spiral movie, which was a spinoff or what have you, but I still haven't seen. But yeah, that's a franchise that needs to stop. Uh, Sean Little's in the house. What's up, Sean? Flash Flex. Um, do TV shows like Family Guy and South Park also count as franchises? Sure. I mean, you could say that. I mean, it's not just films we're talking about here, but I mean, yeah, I mean, South Park, I never really got into. Same with the Family Guy, I never really got heavy into. I know there's fans out there that, like South Park and Family Guy, but, not for me, just not for my, like, not my cup of tea. But yeah, life is good right now. This week, it's been a little rough, trying to, you know, now that I'm working during the day, I'm trying to adjust and get my sleep right, because I was working overnight. Now I'm working during the day. So I'm trying to get, the schedule, where I can get back to normal sleep here. Which is why I wanted to, you know, postpone the stream to tonight because, Monday night I didn't sleep all that well. Um, but here we are. So yeah, Scotty's in the house. Uh, what is the franchise cut of number before it comes too much? Around three or four. I if I had to throw a number out there, I mean, the John Wick franchise. We'll see what happens with John Wick 4. I just hope that it doesn't suck. There hasn't been a bad one yet, so let's hope that with that they can keep the streak going. And I know there's plans to make a fifth one, but we'll see what happens with John Wick 4. But usually, and I mean, of course, there's always exceptions, but a lot of times when you get into like the threes and the fours of the franchise, then it really kind of it takes a dip. Or and okay, in the case of Die Hard, it took a big dip with a good day to Die Hard. Fast and Furious. I don't know why. We needed 9 movies. Now we're getting 10 and 11. So that's way too much. That's really overdoing it, overstretching it. Well, where can they go? They've already went to space. So where are they going to go now? To hell? Emerald City? Dino Hatton? I mean, So yeah, that's going too far. But yeah, like I said, Scotty's here, and I think we're doing a video soon. So great guy up here. King of the Hill never really saw. Don't know much about the show. Same with American Dad and Archer. Let me see here. I tend to watch Family Guy more often compared to South Park, and that's fine. I mean, maybe between the two, I would probably watch Family Guy more, but I'm not really that into either of them. I have only seen the first Sleepaway Camp. I haven't seen the sequels, but Sleepaway Camp's really good. Is abortion good or bad? To me, it's bad, but that's just my take on it. I mean, I'm not gonna really get too heavy into that side of things, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Uh, what is better, Hitman with Chuck Norris or John Wick? For me, John Wick. The Hitman with Chuck Norris is fun, but I mean, John Wick. Uh, I know we've had 3 films, so I got to go with John Wick more. Yeah, Ice Age. There was way too many of those. Pirates of the Caribbean, way too many of those. I mean, how many Pirates of the Caribbean films did we had, or did they make? 4 or 5, 6? You know, uh, didn't need all those films to be honest with you. And sorry if I'm stammering a little bit. Even I like I said, it's been a little rough this week. Trying to get the right sleep, and I had one good night of sleep this week. Um, other days have been sort of a little rough, and I don't want to take anything. Like sleep aids or what have you. I don't want to do that. I'm just adjusting right now. So like I said, if I'm not giving the best answers tonight, I'm sorry, or if I'm stammering here a little bit, but I'm here. Let me see here. All right, let me go back a little bit. Do you think a trilogy makes good franchises or 10 movies? Trilogy. If the script is good because the script is the blueprint to every movie, who are you to judge if the movie's bad? Well, I mean, it's subjective. I mean, I would say for that it's subjective. Yeah, the MCU should end. Yeah, it should. I still like Jaws 2. Jaws 3 is okay, but Jaws 4, no. Doing good. I'm tired, Bobby, but I'm hanging in there. Do you know, if you know that existed back in the 70s, people would probably be saying, oh, they may have too many James Bond films. But, there's been way more great Bond movies than anything lately. I mean, that's more than what the MCU has put out. I'd rather watch all the Bond films than any of the Fast and Furious films, if I can be completely honest. I mean, compared to, those, give me those movies any day of the week. Give me the Roger Moore Bond movies over any franchise today. I'd rather watch On Her Majesty's Secret Service than any Marvel film today, but that's just me. Yeah, Resident Evil, it was way too many of those. That's a good question. Do you think we need another Friday the 13th film rather than more? You know what? It would be refreshing. Make a sequel to the reboot. There you go. You can do that. Give us another, Friday the 13th film instead of more Fast and Furious and Medea. I haven't heard too many good things about F9, so I can't say for sure. But I mean, from what from the critics that took a dump on it. And I don't know what it has on IMDb. Maybe somebody can look that up. But last time I checked, it was like a 5.3. So not good. But I'm not watching Fast 9. I tell you that much. um, Before that, Charlie Chan had 47 movies. Well, Charlie Chan's better than anything today. So, what are your thoughts on William Shatner and Russell Crowe as persons? I'm not sure about William Shatner. I mean, I've heard some stories, but I can't say for sure. Russell Crowe, same thing. I don't know him personally, but I would say between the two, Russell Crowe seems more approachable, maybe a little bit more down to earth. Um, but that's my answer on that one. I agree. Paranormal Activity needs to end. I agree. Yeah, I saw that trailer. I don't know about that. I look forward to the Sopranos prequel. I forgot the name of it, but I saw the trailer for that. I'm like, I'd rather look forward to that. I know Fabio is a good friend of mine up here, Fabio. Um, that I'm very curious about. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not sure about the Clifford the Big Red Dog. Um, I never really got uh, too much into the cartoon. But yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't seen The Saint. I do have it. I own it, but I haven't seen it. David Patrick, what's up? Yeah, I agree. Well, Home Alone 2 to me is a good sequel, but you didn't need 3, 4, 5. I remember watching 3 back in the day, but yeah, they really, with those movies, they should have stopped after 2. But that's just my opinion on that. Yeah, too many Halloween films. Don't get me started because it's like, what more can they do? What more can you do with Michael Myers? There's nothing more you can do. You've done everything you could, and now we're just recycling, things. And yeah, enough Halloween films. Let's stop, please. Would you be surprised if they would make a crossover between James Bond and Fast and the Furious? They would never do it. It's just, I think, Bond is here, Fast and Furious is way over here. They're two different franchises, and I don't. To me, it would just be an insult on the Bond name to have any affiliation with that franchise. But yeah, you always have a feeling when it comes to franchises that there has to be an end, but at MCU, there's no end in sight. How far can they go with this? I think it's going to come to a point where people are just going to get tired. And that's just my take on that. I think people are just going to get tired. We're going to get tired of it. We're already tired of it, but people are going to get even more tired of it. I mean, you can tell by the tone of my voice here, that just talking about it has me tired. So yeah, I mean, but that's a whole topic too. I can really go into. I don't think there's no end in sight because they feel they can get more out of Spider-Man, more out of the Flash, because we have this new Flash movie coming out. So, I mean, I know you talked about the MCU, but just in general, I mean, comic films all around. So, it's time to really pump the brakes. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just one person. They're not going to listen to me. But yeah, even just talking about that has me tired. But it's a good question. Let me see here. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Sorry about that. But would you choose to challenge Medea? I have no idea. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about that. Do you mean Drax? I don't. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I mean, it is probably too late, but I would like to see it happen. Yeah, I heard about that. We're getting a reboot of Home Alone. Fuck, man, we don't need a reboot of Home Alone. Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't really care for Space Jam 2, and oh, but we're going to put Osmosis Jones in there, but not Tom and Jerry. Whatever. It's amazing when you look at film history and history of some criticism where you're saying the exact same thing that you guys are talking about milking franchises. We don't need this. But I think nowadays, what's different is the way that things are marketed, the way that things are hyped up. I mean, if you compare Fast and Furious to the Bond films, I mean, Ty, would you rather have 10 more Bond films, or would you rather have 10 more Fast and Furious films? I mean, I don't, at this point with the Bond films, I don't know because I just have a bad feeling of where they're going to take Bond in the future. I just think that now, just the way that things are marketed and hyped up and, pumped out, and as if this is the end all be all. And that's where I have issues. But that's just me. You're not, I mean, you're not antagonistic at all. And I'm trying to give the best answer I can, being that, my sleep has been a little off this week. So, you know, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Halloween sequels we don't need. I mean, not anymore. I didn't see Halloween 2018, but from the stuff I've heard about, I'm gonna pass. Home Alone 4, yeah, didn't see that, but I'm good. Yeah, I heard about that. Face Off is getting a sequel. We don't need that. You're not gonna bring back Nick Cage and John Travolta. It's not needed. Come on, man. Would you be surprised if they scrapped The Hills of Ice 3 in favor of another remake? Are they making a third one? That's news to me. That would be a good idea, Bobby. They would never do that, though. Yeah, there was a sequel to Face Off being developed. Um, Not much more said than that. The Simpsons, yeah, I mean, it's been going on for decades. Let me see here. Where was I? I got to go back up. Yeah, the Purge movies. We don't need any more Purge movies. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, and same thing with Insidious, which I like the first Insidious. I haven't seen the other ones, but even just that type of horror film, I'm like, can we stop? What new franchises do I want to see? You know what? If John Wick can still deliver on that, on being that the first three movies are really good, then I would say go with that because it's my last hope that okay, if they're planning to make a fourth one, and if that delivers, then I'm like, okay, bring me John Wick 5, but end it there. Like no more, after John Wick 5, so John Wick is my last hope, but we'll see what happens with John Wick 4. But as far as like anything new, I mean, I can't come with any ideas at the moment. But like if you're talking about current right now, yeah, I would say the John Wick films. What is it with long overdue sequels that should have been made when the franchise was popular at the time or the fan base demanded it? I don't know. I mean, why is it that they wait 15, 20 years and it ends up being garbage. Like one that pops to mind is Dumb and Dumber 2. 20 years after the original, you bring back the same cast, same directors, and it's a piece of crap. They don't have the magic. They don't have that chemistry anymore. And, that's just one example. I mean, there's many more. I was about to say Terminator, but I mean, you can rant about that franchise. But it's just, films in general, sequels that are way too late, that when they bring them back, it's badly directed, badly written. Characters don't have the chemistry anymore. They don't have that magic. And it ends up being, 1 year, like in 1 year, out the other. So, yeah. Would you like to see Face Off with Ben Shapiro and Alex Jones? I don't know about that. Yeah, Indiana Jones 5 is not needed. I haven't seen Willy's Wonderland yet. Yeah, I don't know much about John Carter, the source material. Yeah, we'll see. Don't reboot the Tick. Did McAfee kill himself? Well, I'm not all too familiar. I mean, I heard about it, but I'm not. I don't know much about the person or what exactly happened. Maybe you could fill me in, but I mean, I heard about it, but I'm not 100%. I didn't read a lot into it. As regards to your question, it all depends on the script, because the movie's biggest flaw is to be boring. Yeah, then you throw in, again, bad direction, bad writing. So, are they making Triple X 4? Oh, come on, can we stop, please? I heard the last one wasn't that good. I haven't seen it, but yeah. Let me go back up here, because I'm trying not to let the comments get away too far. I'm trying to catch up a little bit, but it's all good. I agree, Sean Little. Why does Rose McGowan dislike Alyssa Milano? I'm not. That's another thing that, I mean, I've heard about. I can't say for sure because I'm not too up on their beef, but I have heard of that. Yeah, and again, sorry if I'm not giving the best answers tonight, but yeah, I mean, what is going on there, Flash? Maybe we'll see, but I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, they're going to still keep filming Indy 5. This is not the first time Harrison Ford's been hurt on set. So I think they'll give it some time, a few weeks or whatever it takes, and Harrison Ford will be back in there, and they'll continue, because it's Indiana Jones. Oh, no, you're not, Ty. It's just, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's just I wish I had better answers, for, the comments, better answers in general. But, I get what you're saying. I mean, so, yeah. Let's see here. Would you be surprised if Paramount will make another South Park movie? I don't think it would happen. I can't say for sure because I haven't seen the 2018 Halloween film. I'm sure maybe it's a fingernail better than Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I can't say for sure. HB3. You talking about Hellboy 3? Yeah, Hellboy 3 should have happened. Ron Perlman, not a reboot with David Harbour, whatever his name is. Why kill? You mean the first two Hellboys were really good? I would say my favorite one was the second one. Why couldn't we have why did we not get a Hellboy 3? And then you could end it. Do Hellboy 3, then you can end it. Well, we can stop. I know what someone's going to say. Well, you're talking about stop milking franchises, but the Hellboy series didn't really have that closure. That's the thing. Hellboy 2 was a really good sequel, and it didn't have, to me, that closure of a great trilogy. Spy Games, yeah. Tron. I mean, I saw Tron Legacy when it came out, and I can't remember much about it. American Pie needs to end. I mean, I'm kind of done with American Pie. Well, I haven't seen the Insidious sequels, so I don't know. I don't know much about what what they did there, but I don't think so. I don't think they're going to remake Clash of the Titans again. I don't think that's a genre they're really interested in right now. Yeah, that's pretty. I hope that's not the case. Can we stop? Can we stop with the Fast and the Furious movies? Because now they're going to do 10 and 11. Why? Why? God Almighty! Can we stop, please? Stop this bullshit. I'm done with Fast and the Furious. Is there any movies you wish would have made great franchises? Yeah. Time Cop. I think Time Cop should have had a trilogy, but Van Damme back in the day, I mean, with the issues that he had, I mean, Time Cop was a big hit. That should have gotten 2 movies at least. Make it a trilogy. And you can go anywhere you want to go with that. You can have any sort of, any type of plot, anywhere you want to go, the past, the future. I think Big Trouble in Little China should have had a sequel or 2. Because even like that character, Jack Burton, there's a lot you could do with that character. So, I mean, there's just 2 examples. Yeah, Jurassic World, it's not good by any means. I much prefer the second one. Which is worse, Dumb and Dumber, Dark Fate, or Independence Day 2? I would say the worst one. Oh boy. Oh man. The worst one. Dumb and Dumber 2. Well, if we're talking about Dumb and Dumber, I actually don't mind the prequel, but you know what? Terminator Dark Fate is the worst because it was a piece of dog shit. But wow, let me go back up here. I would say Dark Fate's the worst. For attention, that's just a short answer, but for attention, Flash, they just do it for attention. They do it for the likes, for the retweets. So yeah, that's my answer. Yeah, why didn't we get a Freddy versus Jason sequel? I agree. Which is worst? Which is worse? Zoolander 2, Bill and Ted 3, or Seed of Chucky? Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky is gone awful. Bill and Ted 3 is bad. I haven't seen Zoolander 2, but Seed of Chucky takes the cake on that one. We don't need Triple X4. Yeah, the Dumb and Dumber prequel, it was fun. I mean, it's dumb fun. I'm not saying it's great by any stretch of the imagination, but I'd rather watch the Dumb and Dumber prequel than the sequel. That's just me. I still haven't seen Bad Boys for Life. Unfortunately, I have seen Bill and Ted Face the Music, and I thought it was bad. Yeah, I did change my mind on that one. I don't think, to me, no. What if Bugs Bunny met SpongeBob? I don't think I don't know if they would ever do that. Oh wow, really? God, can we stop, please? Stop. Stop. Have anything good from McDonald's? No, I just got a couple of drinks. Because honestly, I got home. By the time I picked up dinner and got home, it was around 7, and I didn't have really anything to drink for the live stream that would, help me keep awake. So I picked up. I live like a minute from McDonald's, so I got me a couple of drinks here to sort of help me get through the live stream. But yeah, so I got nothing from McDonald's. I just got, because they're only $1. So I got a couple of drinks here. There's a YouTube video I watched not too long ago that talks about, Back to the Future 4. No, I don't think it would happen today. That's a franchise that ended on a right note. Like, it ended on a good note. You had 3 films. To me, that's all you needed. There's not much you could do after part 3. But that's just my. I mean, people out there can think what they want and come up with these ideas and what have you. But in regards to that franchise, to me, it ended with, the third film. There's just not much more you can do. Are they making a live action South Park movie? I didn't know anything about it. I never thought about doing that. Let's see here. The Mandela effects? No, not so much. And I just think sometimes by saying we don't need stuff is disrespectful to the filmmaker, the actor who played Jar Jar, because of fan outlash. He thought about killing himself. I know about that. I mean, I've heard about that. To me, these are 2 separate things because, I mean, are we talking about properties or like franchises, or are we talking about a certain character? Like, I'm not a fan of Jar Jar, but, I wasn't one of those fans, that lashed out and, was telling the actor to go kill himself, just because, okay, if you want to bring up the prequels, to be honest with you, I'm not too big of a fan of the prequels. I wasn't one of those people that were like, okay, let me lash out, let me go on Twitter and, hunt down George Lucas or what have you, even though we didn't have that back then. But I'm just trying to give a good answer here. It's just, I don't, to me, it's just 2 separate things. No, I don't wish any, like, for fans, people that do that, need help. But yeah, I've heard of that before. And, but yeah, that's, people are just stupid. Yeah, I haven't seen Stranger Things. My favorite Tarantino movie, out of the ones I've seen, I want to say for now, probably Jackie Brown. My least favorite. I don't have a least favorite because I haven't seen Hateful Eight. I haven't seen Django. There's some ones I haven't seen, to be honest with you. They should learn from the makers of Back to the Future, make 3 or 4 movies. Yeah, exactly. I don't know about that. Let me see here. Wow. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of comments. I'm trying to catch up. Well, I mean, from what I understand, Van Damme's drug problem, and that's just one, I'm sure, reason for it. But I don't know. I mean, there should have been a trilogy. Let me see here. No, neither. I would not want to see that. That's pretty cool. Donnie Yen, now he's in the John Wick 4. That's pretty cool. And apparently Scott Adkins. So, yeah, I mean, it's looking good so far. Let's hope that they can keep it up. I don't think so. Um, I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Old franchises need to stay buried or just stop. Whether it be Terminator, Star Wars, Star Trek, Predator. But anyway, yeah, that would have been fun. The Dumb and Dumber inspired Beavis and Butthead. I'm not sure. Kingpin 2, I've heard about, but it's not needed. It's way too late. We don't need a prequel TV show on Ted. Yeah, Back to the Future 3 to me ended it fine. Like, there's not much more you can do. I'm not sure about that one. Nah, I'm good on that. But I've never seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force, so I'm not too familiar with it. I've seen it once. I've seen V for Vendetta once, but I can't remember anything. Like I can't remember anything about it. What are some good movies that you don't like? I mean, it's hard to say because if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I mean, I'm not good movies that I don't like. I don't know if I usually don't like it, then I'll give reasons for it. Like if I don't like it, then it's not good. So I can't really answer that question. Yeah, Major League. Well, I've only seen the first Major League, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know what did happen on set. I don't know about that. Dirty Harry 5, yeah. Bruce Willis, Bill Murray. Bruce Willis, nowadays he's doing everything for a check. Everything is a check, and making 2, 3 directed video films a year. He's 3 or 4 away from being Steven Seagal, and he's just sleepwalking like me. Right now the way this live stream is going, I'm Bruce Willis right now. I mean, I'm just tired. I'm sleepwalking through this live stream, but I'm gonna make it. But the big difference between me and Bruce Willis is that I'm not a dick. So Bill Murray, I don't know what to say about Bill Murray. I mean, I've heard stories of how he would have these fan encounters and such, but I just, fallouts with Harold Ramis, and I'm just, yeah. So I can't even get the best answer right now, but I don't know. So Fabio's in the house. How's it going, man? Good to see Fabio in here. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I heard about some of the stuff that he went through. That's cool. But welcome, Fabio. Titanic sucks. Yeah, I'm doing good, Fabio, hanging in there. A little tired. It's been sort of a rough week, trying to get my sleep straight because of work. Go from overnight to day, and so I'm trying to get it right. And I got like one good night of sleep this week, and that's pretty much it. It's sort of been up and down, but it'll get better. I'm adjusting. Should 2D animation come back? I don't think it's going to come back. Lethal Weapon 5, it's not needed. I know they're talking about it, but it's not needed. Batman Begins is The Dark Knight. I'll take The Dark Knight. We don't need a remake of The Thing. Come on. That's cool. Yeah, I got back from work like I got in town around 6:15, 6:20, but I wanted to get something to eat. So I picked up dinner, came back here around 7, took a shower, then and just wanted to get ready for this live stream. So yeah, I've been home for a couple of hours now, but I'm out of it, as you can tell. Let me see here. Which martial arts action star should have been a huge star? If he were alive, Brandon Lee. I would say that. I mean, if he had lived, yeah, I think to me Brandon Lee would have been on top, and I think he would have been up there. That's my answer. I still haven't seen The Shadow, believe it or not. I gotta check that out. Yeah, I'm sleepwalking through this stream here, so sorry, folks. Why? Why? Jesus. How many copies of Titanic do you need? Fuck Biden. Yeah, I agree with that. Sean Little, I agree with that assessment. What franchises are rewatchable to you? The first 4 Rambos, the first 4 Die Hards, the first 2 Predators, the John Wick movies, Back to the Future, all 3 of them. I'm trying to think of more. I mean, I can't. The first 3 Star Wars, I guess. The first, you know what? The 6 Star Trek films, the first 6, really good. To me, there's not a bad one in the bunch. But I think what happened later on with Star Trek, it just became way too much. And like I'm not watching Picard. I'm not watching Picard. I mean, the stuff I've heard about that. Oh, Q's back. Who gives a damn? Who really gives a damn? The Mummy franchise. I love the first movie. I would give that like, an 8. It's a really good score. Give that an 8. The sequel to me is like a solid 7. I haven't seen the third one all the way, to be honest. But I really love The Mummy. The Mummy Returns to me is a solid sequel, but I haven't seen the third one with Jet Li. I haven't seen much of. I've heard of Cinema Sickness, but I don't know much about his channel. Would you be mad? Would you be mad if? Wait, how mad would you be if Keanu Reeves was considered to play the Crow in a remake? I don't think it would happen because he's too old. As much as we want to think that he's immortal, he's too old. I would not want to see it happen. That's just me. I would be mad, not at Keanu. Well, I probably would be a little bit like, why are you doing this, Keanu? Stop. Why are you remaking the Crow? Why are you part of this? You're better than this. So I would be mad at studios and Keanu because I'm like, Keanu, what are you doing? Just give me John Wick 5. Stop. Oh, Die Hard 5 or Die Another Day. You know what? If you're going to ask me which is worse, I'm going to say Die Hard 5 is worse. Because at least with Die Another Day, at least you have Halle Berry. At least that some of the action you can laugh at. You can sort of lose yourself in some of the action in that film. Die Hard 5 is a mediocre and just a very bland, boring film. Now, I haven't seen the film since it came out, but between the two, I'd rather watch Die Another Day because at least you have Halle Berry. But I haven't heard of Cinema Sickness. Favorite 1980s action movie? I got to go with either Commando or First Blood Part 2 or Die Hard. If you were the writer of a hit film in the 90s, how would you feel it became an unnecessary franchise? I would feel a little pissed. I mean, it depends though, because, like Stargate, that's an example of, I don't think anyone thought that show would be a success, but it did. It ended up becoming a franchise. But that's a rare thing. Like with Stargate, which I know they had spinoffs of that, so maybe it went a little too far. But I really enjoy Stargate. Like I really enjoyed the series more than the film, but that's just me. So it depends, but more often than not, it's a misfire. More often than not, it's gonna suck, and we've seen that happen time and time again. That'd be cool to have them as roommates. Spice Girls, back in the day. I mean, I remember Spice Girls, but I don't know. Even back then, I didn't really get into them that much. Let me see here. Just being perfectly honest. I mean, I know that song that just really sticks in your head. That song, I remember going to like the pool in the 90s, and that song would always come up. So, no. So why am I still talking about the Spice Girls? Reed's just too old now. Yeah, remake. We don't need to remake a Scarface. Yeah, The Mummy from '99 is great. The third Mummy with Jet Li is different, not just as great as the first two. Yeah, I haven't seen that film. Top 10 worst remakes. I don't know if I can give a top 10 right now, but Elm Street remake, the RoboCop remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it. I'll throw that in there. Fuck it. The Fog remake was bad. I could throw that in there. The Halloween remake is bad. So those are, was that four? I'm trying to think of another one. I don't know. I have to really look at the list here. Top 5 worst Bond movies. Die Another Day. Let's see here. 5 of the worst. Die Another Day. The World Is Not Enough. Let's see. To be honest with you, Octopussy, I never really didn't. That's one that I wasn't too big on. I could throw that in there. Never Say Never Again, maybe. So those. Disney's Dinosaur, Jurassic Park. I go Jurassic Park. Overrated 90s action movie, Face Off. Well, I haven't seen the third Mummy film, but I guess anything is better than the one with Tom Cruise or the Cummy. If John Wick and Rambo fought, that'd be a cool fight. The best remake, I have to go with John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah, that's what I've heard. The new Hellboy is pretty bad. Do you think Hollywood is afraid to take risk because of now the internet age and cancel culture bullshit and so on? I think it's a big part of it. I mean, that hasn't stopped the Fast and the Furious because now we're getting to more. But yeah, I mean, it's. I think this is a big. I think it's a part of it because they want to go with what's safe, what's going to make bank, real fast, and so that's why that nostalgia still came, and they want to keep going to the well of, digging up these properties and digging up these names and keep making more Terminator, keep making more Predator, but we're not going to have white men or that we got to mix it up a little bit and be woke as hell. And so yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a very good question though. Batman and Robin or Die Hard 5? Give me Batman and Robin. I'd rather watch Batman and Robin. I could get more laughs out of that. Between John Wick and Rambo, who do I think win? It'd be close. Probably Rambo. Yeah, Octopus. Yeah, it has some decent bits of action, but as a film overall, I mean, to me, it wasn't anything memorable. I think Roger Moore was way too old at that point. But that's just me. I mean, that's a Bond film that I really cannot get into that much. Again, it's just my opinion. Yeah, that's a good remake. Yeah, we don't need Little House on the Prairie reboot. Babes in Toyland, a Rollerball remake, really? You know what? I'd rather watch the Rollerball remake because Babes in Toyland's torturous. So is the Rollerball remake is torturous, but just the songs and Babes in Toyland makes you want to rip out your eyeballs in your ears. And yeah. I give me the Rollerball remake, as stupid as it is. Yeah, I heard about that. Rennie Harlin's directing this Misfits movie. I don't know. Just it didn't look interesting to me. I like Pierce Brosnan, but it didn't look anything to write home about. Die another day, another shot. I don't know about that. What movie do you think deserves a sequel or a franchise? Well, it's hard to say now, but back then I would have said, yeah. I mean, Tom Comp, give me, like it would have been nice to see, 2 more Tom Comp movies, maybe a sequel to Big Trouble in Little China. I'd like to have seen maybe like a sequel to Arachnophobia. I'm not saying with that make a franchise, but I think it'd be fun. I think it would have been fun to see like another Eraser with Arnold, Cobra. Make that Stallone's Dirty Harry. That would have been great. Like Cobra should have had like 2 or 3 of those movies. That would have been cool. Again, make that Sly's Dirty Harry. My celebrity crush. Oh well. Probably Danielle Harris. I'll go with her. Would it be funny if someone did an edit where the OG Saved by the Bell's characters watches the trailer for the yeah, yeah, that looked trash. The reboot, whatever that show is on Peacock, or looked like trash. Well, I mean, still, it's fun to think about. Like it would have been nice to see a trilogy back in the day. Which director do you think should have another shot? The guy that directed Shoot 'Em Up, or I don't know. Die Another Day, a Rollerball remake. I'd rather watch Die Another Day because, again, at least you have Halle Berry. At least there's some action bits in that is fun, dumb fun. Rollerball remake is a worse film. Give me Die Another Day. Favorite Pierce Brosnan movie, I would say, is GoldenEye. I haven't seen that. Let's see here. Would it be awesome if Daniel Harris could join us that back-to-back stream? Yeah, I mean, I could find it on Tubi, but yeah, for people out there, me and Scotty are going to do like a reaction party, like watch along of this film called Back to Back, an action movie with Michael Rooker and Daniel Harris. So, we're going to figure out still how we're going to do that, but that's a video that is coming up here very soon. But I don't know if Daniel Harris will talk about that movie. I've never seen the film, so this is going to be a first time watch for me. I don't know if Scotty here has seen it, but we're going to do a video on that here very soon here. So, but for people who want to look up the film, again, it's called Back to Back. I think it's from 1996, and it's a small action film with Michael Rooker in the lead role, and you have Daniel Harris in there. So, okay, okay. I haven't seen The Raid. Believe it or not, I have not seen The Raid. What do you mean Scotty doesn't know? Let's see here. I guess Bill Cosby's out. That's the big news right now. Everybody's talking about. I was just looking up movie news, and that's the first thing that popped up. Bill Cosby's out. But Allison Mack is getting 3 years. Do you feel any hope or looking forward to just slightly to the Ghostbusters Afterlife? We'll see what happens. I mean, I want to be surprised. We'll see what happens. Could it be better than the 2016 reboot? Yeah. Anything is better than that. But we'll just see what happens. My thoughts on what? Bill Cosby or Allison Mack? I'm just, I mean, Bill Cosby, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know, people really like, give a better answer. I wish I can. And Allison Mack, I heard about what Allison Mack did. And originally, that she was going to get 17 years. But they reduced it down to 3. I think the guy, forget his name, the master, whatever you want to call him, the guys that Allison Mack did all this stuff for, the leader, that's a better word. Yeah, the leader, he's serving like 120, 50 years, like 120 years or 150 years. So he's good. He's gone for good. Yeah, Keith something. I forgot the leader's name, but yeah, fuck Allison. Yeah, Fabio, I agree. Fuck Allison Mack. And let me see here. Since we're talking about her, I know if Matt Thomas was here, he would have a lot to say. I know Fabio would have a lot to say. But yeah, she's now being sentenced to 3 years in prison. So, yeah. I think, The judge was talking about 17, and now it's been reduced to 3. I wonder what Matt Thomas feels about that. Yeah, Matt Thomas, Studio Red Band for people out there. He just sent me a message 30 minutes ago saying that Cosby's out. We got some ranting to do. So, oh gosh, I don't know what he's going to say. Yeah, Jared. They can get some footlongs from Jared in prison. Allison Mack, watch out for Big Bertha. Yeah, she was in Smallville, and she was involved in the sex cult where she would, make other people their slaves and brand people. And God, I can't wait to get Studio Red Band. Maybe Fabio too, if he ever wants to join in. I don't know how soon, but that would be a lot of ranting on Allison Mack. Yeah, Allison Mack would probably love some Big Bertha. Orange is the New Black from Allison Mack. Hey, that rhymes. Orange is the New Mac. There you go. She's about to find out. Orange is the New Mac. I don't know where I come up with the stuff. Oh, but yeah, it probably was. But fuck Allison Mack. And Victor Salva still served less time. Fuck. He had it on video. Ah, God, so you don't even get me started. Don't get me started on fucking Victor Salva. But we're going all over the place with this live stream, so it's fine. I mean, we were talking about franchises earlier, but they also said that, people, if they want to ask questions too, that's fine. Yeah, Smallville, my brother's watching it right now. I don't know what season he's on, but I asked him about that. I'm like, did you hear about Allison Mack? Like, she's only got 3 years. I wonder what his take would be. Both of my brothers are big Smallville fans, so I like to get their take. I like Smallville too, but I've only seen like the first 5 seasons. But damn that Mac. Who's that? It'd be great if the Fonz from Happy Days can join us. It'd be great, to have the Fonz in here. It would definitely bring this live stream to life. Great guy too, great in person. Really nice guy. I had to ask him about Night Shift when I met him. I was like, Night Shift is one of my favorite movies. He was like, yeah, he's like, it's my favorite movie. And I'm like, that's awesome. I love Night Shift. One of my favorite comedies. Definitely read up on that. I mean, Allison Mack was in a sex cult, and he had this leader that Allison Mack was doing things for, and making people into slaves and branding people, branding, and just a bunch of fucked up shit. But definitely read into it. Yeah, Smallville, that's a fun. I need to revisit the show. I've only seen the first 5 seasons, but I haven't seen any more than that. Okay, I have to look them up. I haven't seen Flowers in the Attic. I haven't seen that one. But yeah, I'll probably go on here for a little bit while longer, like maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. I don't want to go too long, but tonight, because, again, I'm still out of it. I'm just ready to rest. But I didn't want to I wanted to do this tonight, not postpone it or put it off any longer. No matter how tired I was, I wanted to be here and, do this live stream and hang out, talk about different things and such. But so I'm glad. Yeah, Christine Crook, she's hot. Yeah, her. Yeah, fucking bitch. Cancel culture should go after people like Allison Mack. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like with that, you can't. Yeah, it's like with Matt. When I told Matt earlier, I was like, "Yeah, Allison Mack's got 3 years." Or at first, I was like, "Yeah, she's. It looks like it's going to be 17 years." And he's like, "Burn her at the stake." Um, yeah, that's Scotty. But yeah, I mean that in that case, yeah, the cancel culture. I'm kind of surprised that like does it seem like the cancel culture is a little bit quiet on the Allison Mack thing? Maybe I'm a little bit crazy here, or I don't know. It just seems like the cancel culture. They got their eyes on this person, and that person, but why is it just the news that's talking about Allison Mack? Why isn't the cancel culture all over this situation? But now that Cosby's out, so that's the big news right now. So everybody's on Cosby. Allison Mack, who cares if she branded people? I don't know. It's just that's a weird thing. I didn't think about that until now. But yeah, Shannon Doherty, I'm not sure about as a person. Out of the three, I would say Seagal is the worst. But yeah. Exactly. Why don't we cancel Victor Salva? But I think, going back for a second with the Allison Mack thing and the cancel culture, I think that's an example of, we know 100% that this happened. And she's going to pay the price. So there you go. I agree. Who the hell knows? Apparently she's been doing it for years. I like way back when she was on Smallville. Yeah. And so I would say, with again the Allison Mack thing, we know 100% for sure that this can't be excused. The cancel culture, they can't brush over this one. Yeah. Hey, Wild Man Beyond. Wild Man Beyond's in the house. How's it going, man? Yeah, I've been doing this live stream for probably an hour now, and kind of going through different comments and questions and stuff. But nice for Wild Man to drop in. Who knows? Awesome. Yeah. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. I'm going to go tonight because I'm tired. But I wanted to do this live stream. It was sort of planned. But yeah, we'll see how, like I said, I'll probably go on for maybe 15, 20 more minutes. You mean the new one? To be honest with you, Harrison Ford's way too old. I mean, he's already been hurt. This ain't the first time he's been hurt on set, but maybe this is a sign that we don't need any more. They're still going to make it, it's still going to happen regardless. But I would say just take it easy, Harrison Ford. I mean, you're almost 80 years old. Maybe it's time to retire. It's not a bad idea. just retire, but they're still going to make it regardless. Would you ever rewatch certain remakes or movies that you did not like and repost them to YouTube? It would just be taken down, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I think it would just be taken down. Okay, I mean, probably what I'll do is just like when we get to that video, I'll just pull it up on Tubi, and we'll figure it out. We'll talk more about how we're going to do that. But thank you for sending the link, Scotty. I did get the message. Yeah, I mean, does Harrison Ford smoke weed? I don't know. But I'll probably go on for maybe 5 more minutes here. All right, so I guess to sort of cap off a little bit here, what are some franchises that should have stopped? Like any franchise. What franchises should have stopped? Oh, don't worry about it, Scotty. I mean, it's fine. I mean, believe me, Scotty. I mean, I'm not, tonight I'm just sort of coasting through and just kind of tired with this, just tired tonight. I'm not, it's all good. I mean, I'm not worried about it, Scotty. I'm not sure. Did he throw out his back on Temple of Doom? Yeah, Fast and Furious should have stopped. Halloween should have stopped. I think Star Trek should stop. Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars, Saw, Halloween. James Bond. But you're good, Scotty. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just glad that people are, jumping in and wanting to talk and ask questions and stuff. And like I said, I'm sorry I'm not giving the best answers tonight, but we're chugging along here. Yeah, Bond. Predator. Well, I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I don't buy that for a dime. I don't buy that for a penny. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Indiana Jones should stop. But anyways, I'll wrap it up here for now. Kind of keeping this kind of a shorter live stream here. But like I said, I had fun, even though I was tired at points. It was just fun talking to you guys up here, and I'm sorry, Wild Man, if I'm cutting it short here, but yeah, I agree. Cobra Kai is doing it right. That's the right way to do it. But for those people who jumped in tonight, thank you, Flash, Wild Man Beyond, Scotty, Fabio for a little bit, Bobby, everybody that wanted to chat, Mike, Stranger Boy, Richard, Mike. Thank you, everybody, for dropping in. And next time, I will definitely be more alert. But yeah, thank you guys for dropping in, and see you in the stars. The words of Wild Man Beyond. So thanks again, and I will see you later.